Good evening. Being 7 p.m., I'll call to order the McHenry County Board regular meeting of December 16, 2025. And Mr. Kaminsky will lead us in the pledge tonight.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For our invocation this evening, we have Reverend Gabe Moore from the Evangelical Free Church of Crystal Lake. Welcome.
Thank you. Let us pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing this board together today to serve our community. We ask for your guidance and wisdom as they deliberate on important matters affecting our county. The community served by this board is dependent on many ways that their decisions and how they affect those decisions affect their lives. Family finances, business development, the vision for how individuals desire to best impact their community as a citizen. All these things are greatly affected by policies and decisions made in this room. May you be gracious as the meeting goes on tonight. In light of these realities, we ask that you, O God, grant these officials open minds and hearts to listen to all perspectives, to listen with clarity, and to make just decisions, that they would have strength to work together for the common good of the county. May the actions taken here tonight and in subsequent days reflect principles of fairness, compassion, integrity, and always seeking the best for the citizens they represent. God, we come to you tonight asking in this season for this county that your blessing would be on the families and homes, that those whose faith in Jesus Christ, the one whose birth is celebrated this time of year, may their knowledge of him bring peace and joy. For those of other faith traditions, we ask no less than this to be a season of joy for them as well. May all who desire to gather with family be granted that desire. For those who are separated from their family due to service, business, or other realities, would you grant them peace? For many who have lost loved ones this past year, whose traditions will be done without that loved one present, would you give them comfort? And so, Father, we come before you today, asking these things in obedience to your command that we should come to you for help. You have instructed us in your word to ask for grace in our time of need. You have told us to ask you for wisdom, and you promise to answer that prayer for wisdom without finding fault and by giving liberally to those who ask humbly for your guidance. And so we do so tonight, Father, in humility, asking that you would grant the ability to communicate well, to listen well, to be respectful of all opinions, and for a better understanding of sometimes difficult matters. We pray and ask all these things by God's grace and in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Mr. Theriault, could you call the roll, please?
Althoff. Here. Campbell. Here. Collins. Here. Gadamoller. Here. Greeno. Here. Hendricks. Here. Kaminsky. Present. Kearns. Here. Krieger. Kunkel. Here. Sager. Here. Shorten. Here. Scala. Present. Smith. Here. Sullivan. Here. Thomas. Here. Van Hoff. Present. Von Bergen. Here. 17 present, Chairman.
Okay, having a quorum, we'll proceed. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda. Mr. Scala makes a motion. Ms. Althoff seconds. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of previous meetings. Ms. Althoff makes the motion. Mr. Kaminsky seconds. Any discussion or changes? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Against? Motion carries. Good evening. I have several items to report to the County Board before we move on to tonight's agenda. And in the spirit of Christmas, it's all good news. Last Thursday, County Board members Carolyn Campbell and Paul Thomas and County Administrator Pete Austin and I attended the meeting of the McHenry County Conservation District Board of Trustees, in which they received a presentation of the preliminary budget for the 2026 and 2027 fiscal years. I'm very happy to report that the Conservation District is now debt-free with the paying of the last of its 20-year bonds. For McHenry County taxpayers, this will translate to about a 40% reduction in the Conservation District's share of their property tax bill. It's also my pleasure to report that the west leg of Miller Road at Randall Road was reopened to traffic last Friday for the holiday travel and shopping season. The intersection is now open in all directions. The temporary closure will resume next spring for about 2 months as part of the ongoing second phase of the Randall Road Widening and Improvement Project. Thank you to the McHenry County DOT and contractors for making this happen. And finally, this evening, the Child Advocacy Center of McHenry County is holding a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate the purchase of their new facility. It takes place at 3 p.m. Thursday, January 8th at 1 South Virginia Street in Crystal Lake. If you recall, the Child Advocacy Center received $500,000 in advanced McHenry County funding to support its mission to help victims of child abuse. And we now have another milestone to celebrate, courtesy of this outstanding program, to put our federal recovery funding to good use in our communities. That concludes my report. I wish you all and everyone watching us tonight a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Do any members have comments tonight? Mr. Kaminsky?
I'd like to thank the staff, the employees, the departments of McHenry County for all their hard effort and work. They put in 120% every day and really give back to the county of McHenry. But one department that's kind of overlooked is our court system across the street. There they tirelessly work to keep us safe, from the judges in their specialty courts to the state's attorney, assistant state's attorney, court security, all the folks over there. They work 24/7. Nobody really recognizes that the work that they do, but they keep our county safe so we can have our family and kids grow up in a neighborhood. We don't have to worry about their safety too much. And for that decision of given, thank you, McHenry County.
Ms. Van Hoff?
Yes, thank you, Chair. I would like to ask you to extend your condolences for the family of Bill Kinney, who passed away today. He's been in the county for several years and was the founder of the Illinois Historic Group Directory, has done just so much work in the way of history in this county. And the directory is an international group that has nearly 10,000 members. So I am a member of that group, and so is Pamela Altoff. And he's just been instrumental to us in helping us investigate history in the county. So I would like to extend my condolences to his family. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no further member comments, I know we had a proclamation that we read for Mr. Austin last Thursday. Pete would like to say a couple of more words, and so come on up, Pete.
Thank you. Thank you for the proclamation, and thank you for letting me address you one last time. This morning, we had another activity that reminded me why I'm so proud of McHenry County. A simple thing, but an awesome thing. We had a tabletop exercise that EMA was leading, a tabletop exercise on how to respond to a severe snow event. But it was just great. We had 30 or 40 people there for 3 hours, sharing ideas. We had elected officials, Carolyn Campbell, Joe Terrio, Rob Tatelman, had a bunch of appointed department heads and their staff, had local fire districts, the Red Cross, had Hartman working the whiteboard. It was just really good energy. And I was just reminded, like, this is why the county government is so awesome. And I really want to acknowledge Dave Christensen and his team for pulling them together. And as I was rattling off names last Thursday, I forgot Dave. And that was an omission, but I'm really glad today that he reminded me why EMA is so important and what a great job they do. Last Thursday, I did a lot of thanking of staff and countywide elected officials who I've had the joy of working with for 20 years and have helped me out so much along the way. Tonight, I wanted to just use a minute to thank the county board and previous county boards for your commitment to professional local government and management. It doesn't have to look like this. I mean, it doesn't have to look like this. There is no statute that says you need to get a county administrator and you need to put a local government professional in the middle of all this magic and make it happen. But that's the way we've been doing it in McHenry County for 40 years. And it's really special. I appreciate it. A couple quiet Fridays ago, I counted the names on the wall of county board members since I've been here. It was 85. I have 85 people to be thankful for that have had me around as county administrator. There's 85 people who have kind of protected that balance of politics and administration, that political administrative dichotomy. You know, and we're doing it the right way. You guys set those policies, we'll carry it out professionally, and it's working, and just let's keep that on track. I love it. I was not the first county administrator in McHenry County. It's not my position, but I've been honored to have the position for 20 plus years now. And I'm really looking forward to the success of the next county administrator. I also personally want to thank Chairman Bueller. Mike has been great to work with. He's so calm and professional and respectful of staff. It's just been fantastic for me to work with, and thank you, Mike. I do appreciate that. So why do I want to retire now? It is hard to leave. It's a great team. I love the team that's been assembled here. And there's always a next project and another thing we want to get done, but at some point you got to cut it off. Jennifer and I, we have a lot we want to get done. A lot of places we want to go and do and see. And a little more flexible schedule will let us carry that out. So my final thank you tonight, I want to acknowledge Jennifer. She's here with me tonight, but she's been with me my entire career, since I was an intern in Western Springs and until now. We moved out to McHenry County with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old running around. And those two are the priority of our life, but they're adults, and they're on their own, and they're living in different parts of the country. And now it's just me and Jen and the dog. So we got things to do. So in 2.5 weeks, I'm leaving this organization. I'm leaving it in good hands. I'm leaving it on my terms. I'm leaving it with a lot of pride in what's been accomplished, and I'm very fortunate. So thank you for the opportunity.
Mr. Hartman has a few words as well. This is the roast part.
Well, those who have worked with Pete and had the privilege of working with Pete know how well he is with his words. And there's one skill that I've been trying to obtain and learn from him, but it's just something, it's a gift that he has. I don't, so I have my words more scripted and try to capture them appropriately. But the first one's pretty easy, Pete, and that's really the question of how many counties are there in Illinois? 102 counties. There are 102 counties, and if you had to venture a guess as to which one is the best, what would you say? That's right. It's a great guess, but that's actually true. And it's the best for many reasons, many reasons, but in no small part because of you, because of Peter Austin and Peter Austin's 20 years, the 2 decades of changing county boards, of evolving challenges, of uncertainty. Remember COVID, right? That was pretty uncertain, leading us through that. And countless decisions. You know, you have guided this organization with a calm hand and steadfast leadership. It's because of you that McHenry County has found its superpower. It's that ability to collaborate across agencies, across departments, across across governments to really find that true essence of what we do and capture how we do it, how we can best serve those whom we are challenged and charged to serve. And I think that spirit of collaboration that stemmed from you, Pete, and I think it's something that is not only admired by counties around, it's envied by many of the counties. They ask, how do we do that? And it's really hard to articulate because it's a value, it's a spirit that, you either have it or you don't, and you just have to want it and you have to want to do it. But you got us here, and you got many different organizations that wouldn't think otherwise back in the 90s when we had municipalities and governments thinking of just themselves, more fiefdoms, and we'll do it alone. You recognize a different age for local government, and you brought that to McHenry County and said, we're going to come together, and we're going to be stronger because of that. And truly, we are. Like I said, it is a superpower. There's no other way to describe it. And I've known many professional public administrators through my career, Pete, but I truly will say this from the heart. You are one of the best, and one of the best I've ever come across. I admire the ability and the skill that you have to perform this very difficult job. It's not about policies. It's not about budgets. It's not about, coming in on Monday morning thinking, what's this week ahead gonna, it's about the people. And you recognize that. You knew that going in. You recognize that it's the staff, it's the board members, it's the elected officials, and the residents that are gonna benefit from your thoughtful approach, your open door, your friendly demeanor, your unwavering commitment to doing what's right for the county and what's right for us, right? That's what it's all about. Because of your guidance, your trust, and your quiet mentorship, many of us have grown professionally and have learned from your playbook. And that playbook should be written. When you are off on the horizon, you should jot down how to be a professional public administrator. I'd be a good seller. I'd buy it, I tell you. Because you set the standard that will guide this county and our profession for years to come. And we thank you for that. And though we're going to miss your leadership, your humor, and your steady presence, we're grateful for the foundation that you're leaving behind. And I personally want to just say it's been a privilege to be your deputy. I thank you for the opportunity that you give me to join this something special 11 years ago. And you never led from above. You never were the boss. You led as a colleague. You were a friend, and you were a brother. And I appreciate the relationship that we had and what we were able to accomplish together because of that. And Pete, I hope you just take great pride in this legacy that you're leaving behind. I can go on page after page after page describing it. We all know what it is. We all feel it, and we're all I'm privileged to be part of it. So on behalf of your staff and the many employees that have been part of this organization for the past 20 years of your exceptional service, thank you, and we wish you and Jen happiness, health, and fulfillment in all your days. Thank you so much, Pete.
Okay, we're going to move on to zoning petitions. If you remember last Thursday, there was a request to remove the 4 solar items for a separate vote off the consent agenda. So if there's no objection, we will do so. Are there any other items? That would be item 10A2, 10A3, 10A6, and 10A9 that we'll be removing for a separate vote. Other than those items, is there any others board members would like to remove from the consent agenda? Mr. Shorten.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I heard 10A3. Was that in that list?
10A2, 10A3, 10A6,
thank you.
10A9. Mr. Kunkel?
10B2.
That's a separate vote anyway. That's a regular agenda, so we'll be taking care of the consent agenda first. So seeing no other items, I'll entertain a motion to approve the zoning consent agenda, less items 10A2, 10A3, 10A6, and 10A9. Mr. Smith makes the motion. Mr. Gottemoller seconds. Clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10A2. Mr. Collins makes the motion, Mr. Scala seconds. Any discussion? Ms. Greeno?
Yes, first of all, I just wanted to ask Member Shorten, there was a letter sent by Nunda Township regarding this solar farm, opposing it? And the reason that it would require a supermajority, and I missed that, I apologize, in the committee of the whole.
It's a simple majority on this, on 10A2.
Oh, so when a township opposes it, it doesn't, it's not the same as when Crystal Lake, so it is a zoning change.
Mr. Scottamiller?
I guess for the B1 to A1, it would be, you could make it a supermajority vote, because it is a zoning change that way. This isn't just a solar farm, it's a zoning change.
It's a zoning change.
So we may want to have that clarified.
Listed as a majority vote on the agenda.
I understand that may be wrong.
Adam?
Yeah. Can't believe I missed
Yeah, could I look at that in the ordinance, and then maybe we come back to this particular one, just to verify a couple, 2, 3 things?
Thank you.
Entertain a motion to table this until later this meeting. Ms. Greeno makes that motion, seconded by Ms. Altoff. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. We'll come back to 10A2. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10A3. Mr. Scala makes the motion, Mr. Smith seconds. Discussion? No discussion? Okay, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion does not carry. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10A6. Mr. Scala makes the motion, seconded by Mr. Smith. Any discussion? Seeing none, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion does not carry. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10A9. Mr. Scala makes the motion, seconded by Mr. Smith. Any discussion? Mr. Gottemoller?
I would note, this was the one that there's already a solar farm next to it. I don't want this, I don't think this should be thrown out with the bathwater.
Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries. We'll come back. I'll entertain a motion to approve 10A2. Mr. Scala makes the motion, seconded by Mr. Smith. Mr. Wallet.
So what I can verify at present, and I don't see it in our report, is whether or not the township filed a formal objection. So to that effect, that would trigger the 3/4 majority if it was filed with the clerk's office, period. So, but I don't see that at present.
I could take some time to look at that. I don't have it at the tip of my finger.
Mr. Gottemoller?
I don't remember this, and I should know this, but I don't remember. Does Nunda Township have a zoning or planning commission? Okay, then they don't have the ability to make this objection. No matter what it is, they have to have a plan commission or to review it, and they have to have a comprehensive plan for the township to force a 3/4 vote.
Okay, that being said, we'll stay with a simple majority. We got a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this item, Mr. Shorten?
I do want to draw attention to the fact that this is first a map amendment. So this property currently is zoned B1, is not zoned A1. So it falls outside of the purview of the state statute
For solar.
for solar. Thank you.
Okay, seeing no further discussion, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Oh, have all voted who wish?
Yes.
Motion does not carry. We'll move on to the zoning regular agenda. We have item 10B1. We have split these off into three different items. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10B1.1. This will be 3 votes. Mr. Scala makes the motion. Mr. Kearns seconds. Mr. Scala.
Yes, good evening. At your place this evening, you have a modified document that has, oh, this is really sensitive, that has on page 3 the conditions that were changed per the committee of the whole meeting that we talked about. So this was written up. So item 3 was changed, and item 5 was changed to reflect the concerns that both Jim and I had regarding this this request. So with that, I would make a motion to amend the zoning request Z25-0028 to the document that you have sitting before you, which would be Z25-0028-A.
Can we just give a brief description of what these
Sure.
changes are for the public attending here?
I'd be happy to. In condition 3, it says, letter A, screening consisting of a combination of an earthen berm and evergreen trees shall be provided along the entire length of the western side of the property. Said screening shall be at least 15 feet high, measured from US Route 20 grade. And letter B, screening consisting of a combination of an earthen berm and evergreen trees shall be provided along the entire length of the southern property line. Said screening shall be at least 10 feet high, measured from the US Route 20 grade. And then in condition 5, the additional lighting fixtures shall be controlled to minimize unnecessary illumination and shielded to eliminate direct glare from the lamps and minimize indirect illumination beyond the property lines.
Okay, and Mr. Kearns will second that motion. Any discussion on the motion to amend? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Against? Motion to amend does carry. We're back to the original motion. We'll vote as amended. Is your discussion, Mr. Gottemoller?
Yes, we're taking these one at a time, correct?
Correct.
All right, so just for clarity's sake, if you're supporting what the zoning board did, which is a yes, yes, and a no, you gotta vote yes, yes, and yes, because it's all listed as the affirmative. That's, if you vote no on the last one, you're actually voting to disagree with the zoning board. You have to vote yes, yes, and yes, and then the third part is denied. That's all.
Okay, so we'll be voting on item 10B11. Seeing no further discussion, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10B12. Mr. Scala makes that motion. Ms. Altoff seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10B13. Mr. Scala makes the motion, seconded by Mr. Smith. Discussion, Ms. Greeno?
Yes, so this is the one where they're requesting grindings and for the road?
The variance request was for grindings in lieu of asphalt pavement.
Okay, so can you please explain again?
So the zoning board voted 7-0 to deny. If you want to agree with the zoning board, you would say, vote yes. If you wanted to disagree and in essence overrule that, you would vote no.
Okay, so the yes would say that it requires asphalt and the grindings are, okay.
Correct.
Thank you. Rudy got that?
Adam?
No, you guys are absolutely right. We have a scrivener's error. This was written, everything is intended, the ordinance that was written for Thursday was written exactly how you all are laying it out, in the affirmative. But as we are scrolling through this, item C is written in a manner that that's the opposite. So, yeah, yeah.
This is not written in the affirmative?
It's not written in the affirmative. So before I put my foot in my mouth, I am reading this. As it reads right now, it is to allow outdoor storage areas to be surfaced with grindings instead of pavement. Thursday's ordinance stated to deny the request for outdoor storage to be surfaced with grindings instead of paving. So to vote in favor, to vote in the affirmative, yeah, ayes would be in favor of the variance, and the nays would be against. To
Vote no for asphalt, yes for grindings. Correct?
yes, yeah, that's, yeah, we'll do that next time.
Mr. Gottemoller?
Yeah, it's just to clarify, normally, we would take
Right.
this and it would be a yes vote, but because of the way it is written here, if you actually want to do it the way we don't usually do it, which is to vote no if you do not want this variation to be granted. So that's not what we usually do, but that's what we are here. To approve it, by the way, still require, because of this, I see what the issue was. Because there was a no vote at the ZBA, it requires 14 votes to overturn it. So as long as 5 of us vote no, we're okay.
Ms. Greeno, you still look like you have a question, so it's,
So if we don't want to give, oh, sorry. So if we don't want to give permission for conditional use to have grindings, we vote no.
correct.
Okay.
Mr. Scala?
So Jim, I don't mean to speak for you, but I believe you and I would prefer this be voted on no. So, yes.
That would be correct. Okay, seeing no further discussion, clerk, could you open the voting, please?
Voting is open.
Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion does not carry. Next is public comment. Just a reminder, public, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Missed that last one, all the excitement. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 10B2. My apologies. Mr. Scala makes the motion. Mr. Kaminsky seconds. Discussion, Ms. Campbell.
Am I correct in that the ZBA voted no on this one? Okay.
Okay. Mr. Smith?
Yes, you're correct. It's, the ZBA voted 7-0 to deny it. That's what I have on my sheet right here, anyway. I'm quite certain that's true.
Okay, no further discussion? Mr. Sager, it looks like you have a question.
Point of clarification, please. As we did the last vote, let's make sure that we're all on the same page. Thank you.
Okay, if you want to agree with the ZBA and their vote to deny, you would say yes. Correct? Adam, are we written in the affirmative?
So we are not written in the affirmative. This one again says, under the now therefore be it ordained, issuance of a conditional use to allow for the CUP for the commercial solar energy with the following conditions, which would be in contrast, right? The ZBA had a recommendation, a negative recommendation, 5-1. So next month, these will be written
Should all be the affirmative.
in the affirmative. This one in front of you is again not written in the affirmative.
So if you want to agree with the ZBA to deny, your vote would be
A no.
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 Everyone clear? Seeing no further discussion, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. They've all voted who wish. Motion does not carry. Now we'll move on to public comment. Just wanted to remind you that public comment is your opportunity to address the board. You'll have 3 minutes in which to do so, at which time, if your comments are not completed, the red light will come on, and I would ask you to summarize and conclude your comments. First, we have Jack Weigert. And I'm calling the names of those who checked to speak.
Good evening. My name is Jack Weigert. I live over in Johnsburg. I need the board to confirm, because I cannot read that screen anymore. What was the vote on the Lotus? I have it as 13 people voted against it and 4 voted yes.
I don't have it right in front of me. The screen only popped up for a few minutes, but it was denied. Pete can help you with that.
Okay. Well, I need to know because my comments are either way.
It was denied. It did not pass.
Did not pass, okay. So I'd like to thank the members who voted against this solar installation, at least for listening to all the homeowners who presented a wealth of information that this type of field does not belong next to a residential community. You know, it takes a lot of courage to stand up on your part and to vote for what is right. So it gives me an indication that we, the people, if we get together, as you can see, the many people that are here that were against this project, it makes us feel like we do matter. I want to thank you for giving me the time to address the board. Been here several times. And again, thank you, and you have a great holiday.
Okay, Vinnie LaMontagna, followed by Angela Wermansky.
Thank you. My name is Vinny Lamontagna, 3619 Riverside Drive in Johnsburg. A high-functioning board can be a real game changer for McHenry County. The impossible decision presented before you this evening. I do want to say thank you for your time, dedication, selfless service, and commitment to all the board members and staff. We began tonight's meeting by prayer that really warmed my heart and soul. I appreciate you listening. I'm going to stay short and sweet by thanking all the county board members that voted against tonight for the Water Locust Solar Project, listening and hearing its residents and municipality. You began your journey at your respective seats to make smart growth and change for the county in a positive way. And tonight, I thank you for all your actions for this evening. I truly look forward to working with you all. Thank you.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but this is a public meeting. I would ask you to refrain from applause. Next speaker is Angela Wermansky, followed by Renee Weigert.
Chair and members of the board, thank you. We have been terrified about the future of this land and have put the lives of ourselves, our children, and the future in your hands. And we are so grateful for the research you have done, the listening that has taken place, the open communication of information, and we do not envy the position that you're in. And we truly do feel heard, and we feel like we have been respected. Your vote recognizes that public health and public welfare, specifically the concerns that residents have brought up, everything from the protection of our shared groundwater, the concerns about planting the seeds for future battery storage on the site, the concerns about public health, the concerns about the water that our children play in, that this site is so close to. You have recognized that that must outweigh the private interests of utility development on geologically sensitive ground. This continues to be scary, and we, just as much as you've been there for us, we are here for you. I've learned so much through this process, and we're here. So we want to continue to communicate, and we, again, are grateful for your support. Thank you.
Renee Weigert, followed by Dylan Haber.
I shouldn't stand up here shaking, but I am. I feel like we've kind of united over the last 2 months. Good evening. My name is Renee Weigert, a resident of Johnsburg who lives next to the proposed solar site on Ringwood Road and Spring Grove Road. Chair members, board members, and all of you who came out this evening, I thank you. You, the board, made a courageous choice that matters, not just for today, but for the future of McHenry. By voting no, you stood with the community. You put health over uncertainty, safety over convenience, and responsibility over pressure. You didn't ignore the risks, you saw them. You recognize that what many of us have been trying to voice, that there are no long-term safety studies. You voted no to stand united with farmers, families, children, seniors, neighbors, and every person who depends on clean water, fertile farmland, and a healthy future. And I acknowledge that. On behalf of this community, I thank you for your courage, your responsibility, and your leadership. We will continue to stand united, engaged, informed, and ready to support decisions that protect the place that we all call home. Thank you.
Dylan Haber, followed by Cassandra Hiller.
Good evening to everyone on the board here. My name is Dylan Haber. I am the lead developer for both the Pebble and the Water Locust solar projects. I'll start by saying just thank you to all the board members here for their work reviewing the petition, looking it over, and listening to what we had to say about these projects. This is not the outcome that we wanted, but, just very much appreciate the time and the deliberate thought that you've taken at the county that has gone into these decisions. I'll reiterate that Cultivate Power is very much committed to continuing to work within the community, with the local interest groups, and within the county government. So thank you again for your time and consideration, and have a Merry Christmas.
Cassandra Hiller, followed by Elizabeth Fiftner, is it?
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Cassandra Hiller. I have worked at all levels of government over the past 26 years as a city manager, assistant county administrator, as a sole scientific policy advisor to a governor, etc. I've also was this county's very first water resources manager and was the sole author with my committee of your very first water resources action plan that you are still using today. As a lifelong Johnsburg resident, the daughter of a farmer who owns and operates the land directly across the street from the proposed solar farm, whose children will be the 5th generation on this family farm, and as one of the founding families that helped to settle the town of Johnsburg in the 1800s, thank you. The groundwater in the village of Johnsburg is the sole source of water in the village. The residents appreciate your no vote this evening. The residents who live next door appreciate your vote this evening. My family, who owns the land across the street, my brother owns the farm across the street, and my uncle lives in another farm across the street, appreciate your no vote this evening. And I would like to also make one other statement on that. Water Locust Solar had indicated that they had made contact with the people of Johnsburg. They never contacted my brother, my parents, or my uncle, all who have abutting properties to that proposed solar farm. So I just wanted to make sure the record was stated and made clear. My entire family appreciates your vote this evening. Over the past 26 years, I have attended hundreds of public meetings and listened to hours of public comment. When an elected board receives over 400 public comments from a community of only 6,300 people, that is significant, and that means something. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for supporting us. We stand behind you and we support you. Thank you.
Elizabeth Fiftner, is it? Mark Gershon? No comment. Ronald Hiller? That's my daughter. She said everything I needed to say. Okay. That concludes the public comment portion of our meeting. We are going to move on to appointments. I'll entertain a motion to approve the appointments to the Merit Commission, Historic Preservation Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, alternate member, Community Development Housing Grant Commission, Mental Health Board, and Public Transportation Advisory Committee. Ms. Von Bergen makes the motion. Mr. Gottemoller seconds. Any discussion? Ms. Campbell?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Okay, so in reviewing this part of our agenda, I have to admit I was disappointed at the lack of meaningful discussion during the selection process in a couple of notable instances. And while a more thorough review may have still resulted in the same recommendations, a lack of due diligence is problematic on multiple fronts.
You want to hold up a minute?
Sure.
We'll let the room clear.
It was something I said. It was something.
Okay, Ms. Campbell.
Well, thanks. I'll start again. Thank you. In reviewing this part of our agenda, I was disappointed at the lack of meaningful discussion during the selection process in a couple of notable instances. And while a more thorough review may have still resulted in the same recommendations, a lack of due diligence is problematic on multiple fronts. The deliberation process should include a review of all applicants, not just a select few. Moving a recommendation forward without intentional consideration of all those who have just interviewed is not just insulting to those who are basically ignored, but it gives the appearance of a predetermined outcome, whether there is one or not. If we are to attract high caliber candidates, they need to feel confident that their applications will be taken seriously and that engaging in the interview process is a valuable use of their precious time. They need to feel assured that they will have an equal opportunity to serve their communities and that individuals who are friends, neighbors, or perhaps business associates of committee members will not receive preferential treatment. Regardless of intent, appearances matter. And it will be my recommendation that we develop a more unified approach to this incredibly important process, and we'll be bringing that before Administrative Services for consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no further comments or discussion, clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Mr. Kaminsky?
Never mind. Accidentally didn't vote the way I wanted.
Slip of finger?
Yes, sir.
Motion carries. Do any standing committee chairs or liaisons have reports for us tonight? Ms. Campbell?
Yes, so Pete took my thunder really for this evening, but I'm going to review just a little bit. The McHenry County EMA staff did facilitate a tabletop exercise this evening. In part two, this is a necessary thing to maintain the department's accreditation, but it's also an opportunity to test new standard operating guidelines that have come out, so it's a way to do that as well. This particular one was to evaluate the EMA's ability to activate staff and sustain operations during a major winter storm to help prepare for the coming winter season, which is obviously already here. It is predicted that we will have significant snow events this season, and so this was very appropriate to do. Just in general, just kind of to give a little bit of a highlight, the group was divided into core capabilities, operational areas of operations, and the morning was divided into 4 sections. Basically, before the storm, and many storm events we know hours in advance, sometimes as much as 18 hours in advance. So preparation for that possibility of that storm. During the event, what kind of event, you don't know until it gets there exactly how serious it's going to be and what you're going to need to do. The recovery efforts that are going to be needed, and oftentimes those can take weeks and months following an event. And then to review the process that we went through. And I will say that people had a lot of great reviews about this. I mean, they hit on so many things that they loved about today, but I feel like they fell into 3 major categories. One, they just really enjoyed and appreciated the opportunity to go through the exercise at all, to just kind of walk through it every stage of that process. 2, because all of the questions we were given actually came from real life situations, it gave everyone a chance to really take a deep dive into their departments to kind of understand, oh, we really need to be thinking about this, or do we really need to worry about this service, or did we think about this facility? So it was a great opportunity there. Oh my gosh, I forgot that last one. Oh, and the last one was that everybody really appreciated the opportunity to hear other core capabilities, what the other operational departments had to go through, because it is a very large group of people that are participating in this, and we don't always know what everybody else is doing. So it was great. And kudos to staff. They did a fantastic job. So thank you.
Mr. Gottemoller?
Yes, I just wanted to add one other thing on Mr. Austin's leaving. One of the reasons why he was successful in these last 20 years was because he's done something that I think we should make note of. It didn't matter who sat in the chairman's seat. It didn't matter who sat out in these seats. He made a point of making certain that when we made a decision as a board, or as a chairman, as the case might have been, that it didn't matter what party we were in, it didn't matter what group we were in. He made certain that those decisions were carried out by the rest of the board. And I know Scott knows this, and I would know anybody else the same thing. What made it work was the fact he was willing to set those political decisions aside and carry them forward because this board directed him to go forward. And it didn't matter what else he was doing. It was not necessarily his position. It was carrying our stuff forward. And I personally appreciate, I know there were times when I'm sure that deep down inside he didn't want to do what we were telling him to do, but he did it, and he did a great job of it. And thank you.
Okay, seeing no further reports, we'll move on to the routine consent agenda. Do any members have items they'd like to remove from the routine consent agenda? Ms. Altoff?
16B27.
B27, you said?
16B27, yes, sir.
Okay. Any others? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the routine consent agenda, less item 16B27.
We
Scala
can
makes a
actually,
motion.
I just have a comment. I don't have a no, I just have a comment on 16. Okay, never mind. Pull it.
Let's just vote on it separately. Mr. Gadameller is going to second the motion. Clerk, could you open the voting, please?
I motion.
Gadameller. Okay, voting's open. Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve item 16B27. Ms. Altoff makes the motion, seconded by Mr. Gadameller. Ms. Altoff.
Are you dying out there, Alex? I just wanted to note that it was our intern, our administrative intern, Alex Wall, who actually initiated, applied for, and obtained this grant. It's my understanding that we received notification from the commander of the Woodstock American Legion 412 that there were 34 grave markers of veterans in Valley High Cemetery that were either, well, were overgrown definitively, but were also sinking. And this grant will be able for us to find somebody who can professionally level them, clean them, make them look as good as new, give them the respect that they deserve without using one single penny of tax dollars. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Did you want to say anything, Alex? We haven't heard from you before. Good work. Okay. Clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries.
I did vote yes.
We have one item under ordinances for action. I'll entertain a motion to approve item 17.1. Mr. Scala makes a motion. Mr. Smith seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, or Ms. Altoff, would you light up from before? Okay. Clerk, could you open the voting, please? Voting is open. Have all voted who wish? Motion carries. Pete, you got a report for us tonight?
No, I just want to thank again to all the board members who helped with our employee holiday party last Thursday. It was a good one. Thank you guys for everything. Have a good holidays. Thanks.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Mr. Scala makes the motion, seconded by Ms. Greeno. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Merry Christmas.